Hello everybody, this is Frontal Bobbin here, and welcome back to Forza Motorsport 6 Porsche Anthology. And today we'll be continuing with the 2004 Porsche 911 GT3. This thing was impossible to drive in the last part, so I failed. So let's hope that I can actually drive this car this time round.
Your next race will be at Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, host of the Spanish Grand Prix.
Alrighty, so yeah. So I was hoping that I would be able to put on some aero and racing tires on this thing, but unfortunately, you have to race with the car as it is stock in these events, which is highly unfortunate because this car will not turn. But what I did do is that I did some tuning, which will hopefully make the car turn better now. Yeah, hopefully. Also changed the color, so now it's green and much better.
This special 911 threw out all the items that add unnecessary weight, like the rear seats, sunroof, and air conditioning. Using a naturally aspirated engine combined with race-bred suspension upgrades, the GT3 Spec 911 has more of a raw, unfiltered feel that reminds the driver of old-school racing and seat-of-the-pants feel.
Alrighty, so if you didn't see the last part, there's your message of what this car is like. Driver tire difficulty, we're gonna leave it on Pro for now, but if it's just too hard, we will turn it down a bit. I really don't want to, but here we go. We're about to be underway with our improved car, and we are underway here at Circuit de Catalunya with our improved Porsche 911 GT3, I believe it's called. Okay, that was rude, Mr. SLR McLaren thing. Wow, it turns a lot better now, I think. Oh dear, it's a bit unresponsive though. I have to be careful of its unresponsiveness. Get out of my way, you idiots. Man, this thing isn't too much better. I think the tuning setup actually kind of ruined it, actually. I probably should have tested this thing out. Yeah, it's not as it's very irresponsive. I think the setup ruined it. Yeah, I'm sorry, but this setup is terrible, actually. I'm just gonna go with the default setup. I'm gonna restart and put in the grid position mod. This thing is still terrible. I really don't like this car, and I don't want to drive this thing ever again, so I'm just gonna leave in the default setup because this thing... Reset default. That setup thing was a waste of time, and I'm gonna put in grid position. There it is. Alright, let's try this again. Default setup, mod, because this thing is terrible. Alright. Okay, it drives better now. So now we just need to make sure that we don't mess everything up. I think our only hope to actually complete this race is if we start further up in the field. And rewind if something stupid like that happens. Come on! This car, I still haven't fixed it. I don't know what Porsche was thinking when they made this car, because the turning is terrible. They forgot to add extra aerodynamics. I mean, it does have a rear spoiler, but that doesn't do anything. It's not adjustable. Jeez, this car! It's just terrible. Come on, car. You can do better than this. This is just another one of those Porsches that I just don't like because it drives terrible. Okay, I shouldn't shift into first gear. Yeah, no turning. If I had aerodynamics on this thing, it could probably turn better, but the game doesn't allow that. I have to go with whatever this car can do. Come on! This thing, it's still terrible. But I need to drive it somehow. Yeah, it's still terrible. I still can't drive this thing. I guess I have no choice but to lower the difficulty. I really didn't want to lower the difficulty, but I just cannot drive this car. I'm just gonna end up complaining endlessly about this car, how terrible it is. I hope that this car doesn't come to Forza Horizon 3. And if it does, I hope they fix the physics with this car, because it is just terrible. This car has no downforce. If this car had downforce, it would be just fine, but no, this thing doesn't have any downforce. All it has speed, acceleration, but no downforce. So this thing, you can't go too fast with this car through the corners. Come on, Porsche. Yeah, I'm gonna have to redo this race again. I have to lower down the difficulty. It's still too difficult. I don't know, maybe I don't have to. Maybe I can catch up to these guys. Aerodynamics would probably make this car better, but this game doesn't allow that. Or at least in this Porsche Anthology thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna lower the difficulty. Just look at how terrible this car is. It's probably best if I just quit the race because I don't want to use up my reposition mod. Yeah, I'm going to lower down the difficulty because this thing is just undrivable. I'm going to take out the Elite Grid Position mod. I'm just going to lower the difficulty. I wish I didn't have to do this, but I have no choice. This is a terrible car, terrible handling, terrible everything. Never want to drive this thing ever again. Look at that, even on average difficulty, I'm still getting beaten by the AIs. Just look at this car, it won't turn. It has no turnability at all. There's nothing. The turnability of this car is non-existent. Unfortunately. Now that 4GT is just pushing me out of the way. Look at that, I've turned on the difficulty and I'm still getting beat by the AIs. I would do the next race after this one in this part, but I really don't want to make a 20-minute long video of just, or 30-minute long video of this stupid car. So I'm just gonna leave the last race in the next part, and maybe upload both parts on the same day. Or, I don't know. But overall, this car is just terrible. You have to go as slow as a snail with this car. There we go, now we're pulling away. I might just stay in 4th gear for the whole thing. I might as well just drive in cockpit cam, make it a little bit more of a challenge. But overall, this car is terrible. It's just awful. So I only have this race to run and the next race to run with this car, and then I never have to see this car ever again. I don't plan to use it in career mode, or to use it as a quick race fun thing, because this car is just terrible. So terrible, in fact, that I've had to turn on the difficulty. Yeah, I like most Porsches, but this is a Porsche that I just want to let sit in the garage. This is a Porsche that I don't like, that I don't want to have to drive ever again, and that I wish never existed. Yeah, throughout parts like the air conditioner, the rear seats, and the sunflower roof, not sunflower roof, but the sunroof. But they also should have added downforce to this car. Yeah, maybe a splitter and spoiler would have made this a massive spoiler would have made this car a bit easier to drive. Well, maybe what I will do is that if I ever want to use this car ever again, I'll upgrade. I'll put on race tires, I'll put on lots of aero, and I'll make this car fantastic. It's just so sickening how I have to turn down the difficulty just so I can make it through this race. The fact that I don't like this car at all. I'm just gonna upgrade it after this video, or after the next race. What I do with this car, I'm gonna upgrade it. I can't believe I've recorded so many videos on this one car. Or have to, you know what? I'm just gonna make this a longer video, and I'm just gonna do the next race in this same part. I might as well. And then I can say goodbye to this car. I might as well just do the next race in this same video. This video is gonna be long and boring and stuff, but blame this car. Blame this terrible, terrible car. I really want to say goodbye to this car, so I am just going to do the next race in this same part and just move along. Because I don't want to, in fact, I don't really want to have 3 parts on the same car. It'll just be pointless and dumb, and you guys will have to wait for a silly sausage video. Just get this race over with, please. I think this Porsche was meant to drift, actually. And I've crashed. I couldn't care less. Just look! It's... This car is terrible. I'm crying. And how bad this car is. It's just terrible. I'm sorry. If you're a fan of this car, I am sorry. This car is just terrible. There obviously wasn't any intelligence going into this car at all. I mean, yeah, they threw out the rear seats, the sunroof, and the air conditioner. But it only made this car lighter. Except they forgot to add an important part that would make this car just fine. And that was aerodynamics. Because this car really needs more aerodynamics. Really needs it. This car is just that bad. Yep, just a terrible car, which is the reason. I'm just remaining silent at this point because this car, it just sickens me. This car just sickens me. It's a bad car. Not recommended. Don't buy this car in real life, please. Because it's bad. Look at the interior, it looks bad. Or at least if you're going to buy this car, don't take it out to the track, because this thing is not a track car. It's just a street thing. Oh, of course the finish line is up here. There we go. It took long enough to cross the start-finish line. I almost lost this race. Yeah, thanks for the badge, man. I'm almost at $50 million. Yeah, give me the affinity. Are we going to Virginia next? I kind of want to go to Virginia next. Yeah, but it's the full track. Alright, only... Yep.
Your next race will be at the Virginia International Raceway, used for stock car testing for road course cars.
Stock car testing for road course cars? What? That doesn't make any sense. Ugh. Yeah, this is going to be a 30-minute video. Boy, this video is going to be a long one. What time is it? Yeah. So it's just going to be this race, and then I gotta go.
Porsche 911 finds its edge in the GT class with huge traction. You can also carry a lot of speed into the tight corners with an aggressive trail brake to the apex.
Whoa.
Jump on the floor.
And the controller just decided to fall off. I do apologize for the interruption. If you guys were listening to that, I do apologize. I kind of want to play that over, but yeah, we had a fail. Yeah, so it was basically talking about the fact that this car has like grip. No, I'm sorry, but this car, it just doesn't have any turning abilities at all, really. Final race in this video, then you guys can go home. I doubt that anyone's gonna watch this whole video, because it is, man, terribly long. Just get this race over with, please. Don't know how my controller fell off the bed. I guess it was being a bit careless. You know, you could have at least put this car up against a bunch of other terrible cars in this category. Oh, dear. Yeah, see what I mean? Terrible car doesn't perform at all. That's what I'm talking about, this car. It's just terrible. It's way too tight. Yeah, the main issue with this car is that it's just too tight. Not enough downforce in this thing. Gonna get around you to take the lead. Come on. I thought I was going to like this car. I guess not. I don't like this car at all. It's just a shame. It's just really a shame. I wanted to like this car, but I just can't. Or at least not stock. I bet that if I were to put on some race tires and aerodynamics, this car would be good for driving. But at the moment, it is just bad, terrible, no good. Completely useless. I wish you could upgrade cars in this Porsche Anthology, but it turns out that you can't upgrade your cars in Porsche Anthology. You have to race them stock, which is extremely annoying because this car is just terrible as a stock car thing. Oh, man, so glad that this part is almost over. I can't wait to say goodbye to this car, at least upgrade it, you know, make it better. So basically, I'm gonna buy parts. I'm gonna do what I did in the last part. I'm gonna put on race tires. I'm gonna put the aero to the maximum downforce, so I can actually drive this thing. And I can actually use this car for things. This thing is good for drifting, though. Can't wait till this race is over. Dear. Thankfully, I recently did a clear out on the iPad, so it shouldn't run out of memory. If it did run out of memory, that would be a disaster, but I don't think it will. Thankfully, in the next part, I can go back to driving like a professional, and I don't have to drive this idiotic car. I can drive a professional car, not an idiot car, yeah. Please. Oh, thank goodness this race is almost over. Thank goodness that I can say goodbye to this car. This video is just going to be up to 30 minutes long. I can't believe that this is going to be the longest part of the Porsche, or right now, the longest part of the Porsche Anthology's playthrough, and it's all on one junky car that is impossible to drive. This part should have been 20 minutes, but instead, this car had two parts. The one part was 20 minutes, and the other part was 30 minutes. This car, for how bad of a car it is, well, basically all the time that went into this car was because I was trying to make this car good. But I couldn't do a thing because the game won't let me. I tried to tune this car, didn't work. So my only choice left is just to turn down the difficulty. Yeah, that just shows how angry I am. That just shows how much I don't like this car, and I hate this car. Oh, terrible car. Just terrible. Just terrible. I'm so glad that I don't have to drive this thing for the rest of the thing. So glad that I could drive the Porsche Cayman GTS, which is a car that's actually drivable. Alright, continue.
You've completed all races for the 911 GT3.
Thank God. Alright, next I can drive a real car. Yeah, I can go to a real car. I can go to a real track in a real car. I don't have to drive a fake car. Yep. So next up, we'll be driving a real car, the Porsche Cayman GTS. So excited that I'll be driving a car that is actually drivable. Remember? Yeah. But guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you were able to make it to the end of this video at all. Sorry this video was so long, but blame the car that was showcased in the video. It is terrible. Next up, we'll be driving this thing. That's actually drivable. See you next time, guys. Bye-bye.